Let's talk about stress. It's something we all feel, we all deal with. But what if our entire approach to fighting it is kind of wrong? Today, we're going to dig into a perspective that says the real secret to beating stress isn't just about managing your to-do list, it's about managing your entire lifestyle. Let's jump in.
This quote from David Allen really nails it, doesn't it? It gets you thinking. Maybe stress isn't just about being busy. Maybe it's that nagging internal voice about all the things we've left hanging. It's a fantastic place to start, and it takes us right to the core of the modern stress problem.
Now, the material we're looking at today does not pull any punches. It literally calls stress the bitter truth of life for everybody in this crazy competitive world we live in. We're talking everyone from kids to grandparents. And it argues that, while some of it is just part of our times, there's a very specific man-made cause that we really need to look at.
And here's the main idea. It's this concept of a distorted lifestyle. Now, this isn't just about feeling overwhelmed in your head. The source connects this lifestyle directly to psychosomatic ailments, real physical problems that are either caused or made way worse by mental stuff like stress. So the point here is huge. The way we live isn't just messing with our minds, it's actually making us physically sick.
So what does a distorted lifestyle actually look like? Well, the source breaks it down into a bunch of real, everyday habits. And you might look at them and think they're small things, but believe me, when they all pile up, their impact is massive.
So here are the culprits. You can see it's not just one thing, right? It's this whole web of interconnected problems, from the food we eat and the people we hang out with, to the way we think, and of course, how glued we are to our phones. The source argues that this combination creates a seriously hazardous effect on both our mind and our body.
Let's dive a little deeper into that first one, bad eating habits. The source uses these specific terms, tamasic and rajasic foods. Basically, it describes these as foods that either make your body feel sluggish and heavy, that's inertia, or they make your mind all jittery and unstable. It's a brilliant way to show how what you put in your body is directly connected to your mental state.
And then you've got the thing that just pours gasoline on the fire, our smartphones. They've totally cranked up this problem, sucking us into all these temptations and distractions to the point where we can't even get our basic responsibilities done. It's pretty much framed as a modern addiction that can just completely torpedo our lifestyle and throw our mental balance way off.
Right, so these habits don't just happen in isolation. The research says they actually feed on each other, creating this self-perpetuating cycle of negativity. This isn't just having a bad day, it's a feedback loop that can really trap you.
Let's just walk through how this works. Okay, so it starts with unreasonable behavior, right? Acting out, which hurts your relationships. Well, that leads to people not wanting to support you or cooperate. And when you're isolated, that leads to more suffering, which then just reinforces that frustrated, unhealthy mindset. You can totally see how one step just tumbles right into the next, creating a classic downward spiral.
Okay, that all sounds pretty bleak. But here's the good news. If we're the ones who create this cycle, that means we're also the ones who can break it. The source is super clear on this. The solution is all about consciously and actively building a balanced lifestyle.
And I love this, because the path forward is laid out so clearly. It's just a direct flip of the problem. You see how for every single negative habit on the left, there's a positive, constructive choice on the right. It's not some complicated formula. It's a series of powerful, deliberate choices that we can all make.
And the payoff for making these swaps, it's huge. The source isn't just promising you'll feel a little less stressed. It's saying that a healthy, balanced lifestyle can get rid of many of the root causes of stress and can even prevent those physical, psychosomatic disorders we talked about earlier. We're talking about building a foundation for your total well-being.
But this is a really important question, right? You can change your diet, you can organize your schedule, you can find better friends. But what if you do all that and you still have that deep feeling of sadness or dejection? What if the problem goes deeper? Well, the source actually anticipates this, and it offers another layer of solutions.
For those really deep-seated issues, the material kind of shifts gears. It moves beyond just practical lifestyle tips and into something more, spiritual and philosophical. It suggests that when the roots of our unhappiness run really deep, we're going to need a different set of tools to deal with them.
So, the first tool it mentions is swadhyaya, and it's defined as the study of good literature. The whole idea here is that by filling your mind with profound, positive, and wise texts, you can actually start to reshape your deepest thought patterns and heal yourself from the inside out. The second tool is called satsang, which basically means seeking out the company of saintly people. You can think of this as the next level up from the good company advice from earlier.
It's about surrounding yourself with people whose wisdom and just their general presence can guide you and lift you up.
And this really brings us to the final and maybe most profound takeaway of all. This quote from Kenneth Boa completely reframes the whole issue. It suggests that, at its very core, our stress comes from this desperate need to control everything around us. The ultimate solution, then, isn't to get more control, but to finally recognize that control is just an illusion, and to just let go.
So, as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with this question to think about. This material makes a really powerful link between finding peace and surrendering control. In a world that's constantly yelling at us to hustle harder and take charge, what does letting go of control actually mean in your life? Definitely something to chew on.